Folks, this is Gene Bartalik. He is the director of the Oakland Marathon, correct?
Yep.
And Gene, this is the second time we've talked, but under much different circumstances. First of all, we're here at Lake Chalet, on this beautiful dock on a Friday. Look around here. And second, this is the second year of the Oakland Running Festival.
Right, we're in year 2 of the event, March 26th and 27th. Expecting another record number of runners to run through the streets in one of the 5 races, full marathon, half marathon, team relay, 5K, and a kids fun run.
And for those people who may be hearing about the Oakland Running Festival for the first time, tell my viewers how this came about.
I moved here about 2.5 years ago, noticed that Oakland didn't have a race, talked to my boss over at Corrigan Sports Enterprises about expanding our operations west, and we talked to City Council and talked to City Hall to get the steps in motion, and they approved the event, and we've gone forward with there, thinking this is a great idea to show off the city of Oakland to people from all over who may have misconceptions or just wanted to another place to run.
And show my viewers what the race course looks like. You got the little map here, huh? It's kind of our holding it down with the knife and fork. Yeah.
So the race starts and ends outside City Hall, goes up through the...
City Hall is here.
Yep, goes up through Rock Ridge, through the Temescal district, makes its way to Montclair. Through Montclair, it goes through the hilly parts and then a scenic part where you can see both bridges and both cities on a clear day outside the Mormon Temple. You go down through the Diamond District, then you go through Fruitvale, along Coolidge, then Foothill, then all the way down to International before we get outside Laney College. Right there is where the half marathoners will join in from Laney College, and we go through Jack London Square. From Jack London Square we go through Chinatown, and then from Chinatown we go through West Oakland, go down through West Oakland, a little bit through Koreatown before we hit Lake Merritt, go around Lake Merritt inside the path this year, go down MacArthur, further around the lake, come around mile 25.
Past Lake Chalet. Huh?
Right. About mile 25 is right here where we are, Lake Chalet, in front of the restaurant. Come up to 19th to Telegraph, and then Telegraph back down to City Hall for the final run.
Wow. And that's 26 miles, 26.2?
26.2 miles for the full, 13.1 for the half. And then for this year, our 5K, which is Saturday night, will take place 3.1 miles around Jack London Square.
Now, last year you worked with Oakland bands. Is that going to be the case this year?
Yeah, we already have about 10 to 15 bands signed up to come along the course. From Distant Dice to the Alpharetta Horns, some taiko drummers. So we're seeing a lot of different culture and different bands come out from Oakland wanting to show off the city and encourage runners. There's nothing runners like more than a cheering crowd or some music, something to take their mind off of the journey they have ahead of them.
What's the difference this year, other than the registration numbers being up, of the race? Or is there a difference?
A couple of difference on the course, just to alleviate some of the traffic concerns we had last year. Obviously, we'd love to have everybody out on race day either running or cheering on the runners, but we understand it's not possible. So we tried to make the course a little bit more driver-friendly, going down some different roads. Last year we went down Fruitvale Avenue. We decided to go down Coolidge this year to alleviate those who were trying to get on 580. We're going around the lake for those who were trying to get to Fairyland or enjoy the lake. We won't go down Bellevue. So we've made a couple changes here and there just to make it easier for runners to get around. The expo is a little bit bigger than it was last year.
Yeah.
That was one of the complaints we had heard, that the expo was a little small, so we tried to attract more vendors. And we've tried to get more things for the runners, expand the post-race area so they could enjoy it a little bit more.
Are you going to set up again, as you did by the columns at Lake Merritt that Saturday, or?
No, the 5K this year is down at Jack London Square. The only area on the course that, as you saw, that we don't really hit is the water part of Jack London Square. So,
so you're like making up for that.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to run down the 5K within the right along the water of Jack London Square. We figured it's a good way to show off that part of town that some people from out of town who haven't seen it before or want a good place to eat. We felt this was the best way to accomplish that.
And for those who want to register, what does it cost and what website do they go to?
They go to oaklandmarathon.com. If you sign up before next Friday, March 18th, by 10 Pacific, the prices are $40 for the 5K. It goes all the way up to to $250 for the 4-person team relay. So that's 4 people splitting $250. And then at the expo, the prices go up $20. So I want to encourage you to sign up early. Last year, the race sold out within 3 hours of the expo.
Wow.
And we had a lot of unhappy runners who had shown up, and we're trying to get involved. So get there early or sign up before next Friday, and you should be all set.
I don't know if you'll have an answer to this, but it's maybe it's left field, maybe not. But do you have an idea of how many of the runners were from out of town?
We know about 85% of the runners came from the Bay Area. I couldn't tell you how many came from San Francisco and San Jose. I'd figure of that bunch, probably 2,000 maybe have come from San Jose or San Francisco. We'd have to really look at the numbers. We had about 37 states and 6 countries represented. So
wow.
Had people from as far away as Germany. Were in town for a conference, heard about the race, wanted to run. So that was our furthest. State-wise, we had people from Maine, Rhode Island, Connecticut. A lot of people who had grown up in Oakland, heard about the race and wanted to be back, do a race in Oakland that they hadn't been able to do before.
And otherwise, if it weren't for the race, so arguably the race really is a draw for people to Oakland who probably never would have come here, huh?
Right. I mean, that's part of the idea of the race, is to show off. Unfortunately, Oakland has a stereotype that it's got a lot of misconceptions about what goes on in the area, and the race is done to show that Oakland isn't as bad as some of the members of the media have made it to be. One of the survey questions we had last year was, how has your image of Oakland changed since running the race? And 90% of theirs had a positive impression of Oakland after they left, which is huge for the city. It shows that people really enjoyed it. They said the course was beautiful from all our post-race survey. They loved the crowd support. In fact, we even had one runner who was running around Lake Merritt, loved the area so much, saw a house for sale, and 3 months later bought the house.
Nice.
So making real estate deals and showing off all the different
Did you get
parts.
a cut of that?
No, I tried. I got to talk to the realtor because someone owes me commission on that one. But they saw the spirit of Oakland, and that's what the goal. The more the community comes out and supports it and shows off their spirit, the more the misconceptions of Oakland will go away, and people realize maybe there's 1 or 2 bad spots like every city in America,
right.
And it's not the whole thing.
In fact, speaking of great spots, we're sitting in the middle of where the race is going to come around, right? It's going to come over here, right?
Right. The runners will run around Lake Merritt, past that boathouse over there, come along MacArthur, and then keep coming along, run along Lakeshore Drive.
Over here.
Over here.
Yep.
Keep coming past, run over the footbridge over there, and then come right in front of Lake Chalet,
which is here.
Port hitting 19.
And so you can come here and watch the race if you want to. Yeah. Yeah. So we're waiting for our lunch, but Gene, hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's been a great endeavor to watch unfold, and it's been a positive effort for Oakland.
Right. And last year we raised about $250,000 for local charities, and generated about $2 million for local businesses, from the hotels to the restaurants to everything.
Well, volunteers. Do you need volunteers?
We can always use volunteers. They can either be help out on race day, or they can, be in their neighborhood. You don't even have to leave your house. Just go to the corner and help us with some of the logistical and traffic issues. That always helps. So wake up on Sunday morning, step outside your house, cheer on the runners, tell the cars to go a different way, and you can use your help.
And again, the website is
oaklandmarathon.com.
Excellent. Thanks, man. Yeah.